It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway.
Taken in at the 3. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. Leading them out is going to be their quarterback. That's the grizzled vet, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And I think by now, we know what we're going to get with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Veteran savvy, a ton of know-how, and the enthusiasm for playing and teaching the game, almost second to none. But he also has a bit of a tendency to be a loose cannon with the football. Oftentimes that works out. Sometimes it costs his team, but never a dull moment when he's on the field.
Right to the air, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
13 yards on the game's opening play.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs...
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown. I hope y'all can SEE, cause I need your eyes on me. Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a bastard, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a award, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour, I'm a dog on.
Hello everyone, you're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, The Coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led by their veteran quarterback. He's been in the league for a while, since 2005, Ryan Fitzpatrick. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First play and a first throw for Fitzpatrick.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got him in, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Fred Biletnikoff, 70 yards. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick in the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action now. Prescott. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. A first down throw for Prescott. Into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Steelers taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, it's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Fred Biletnikoff. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's second down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Prescott to throw it. Forced out to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Rolling to his right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to... And he's in! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Prescott on 1st down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Is a defense one a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that.
And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Even all the way up here in this booth.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Jacoby Myers, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw again on second down. Prescott got Stevenson again. Back-to-back plays. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got a man complete, Calvin Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They'll throw again. Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jalen Smith. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That's pulled in at the 32. To the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Officially, it'll be a 68-yard punt return score. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Taking it about the 1. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, Charles, can you give me water? Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half.
Fields it right around the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Flush to his right. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Partner, give that coordinator a raise because he's been pedal to the metal all game, sending rushers from all angles at the quarterback. And there, within range of the safety, he really made the right call, and he got him to the ground and picked up 2 points.
This is taken at the 18. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jacoby Myers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers have widened the gap now to 50 points.
They're going to run it with Harris. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Prescott now. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick. They'll roll him out right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Fitzpatrick. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
DK Metcalf
45 yards. And the Steelers have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And out and out come the Eagles.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Prescott. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone from the 10-yard.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Damian Harris, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Escaping the pressure, and he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returnable here from the 38. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, You and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On third down, here's Harris. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Lawrence Taylor picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Here's Prescott. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just about on his own goal line. Taken from just outside the 30. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And that will come the offense as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Fitzpatrick. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the backflip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
3rd and long for Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is fielded at the 27. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And
I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can. Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Fitzpatrick here to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. Open man is Myers. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
First down, Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
Not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today.